Hey guys, welcome back to the James Eagle Fitness YouTube channel, and today we are discussing everything about the ketogenic diet. So ketosis, or more specifically the ketogenic diet, it dates all the way back to the 1900s or the early 1900s, and it was developed as a treatment for epilepsy, and it still is used today for epilepsy, which we'll get onto later in the video. So ketosis, it is basically once the body has got rid of its glucose, so the glucose is the primary energy source, once that has been depleted, the body has to switch to an alternative fuel source, which ends up being ketone bodies. So ketosis is a state in which your body flips from using glucose as its primary fuel source to using ketones as its primary fuel source. So how do we get there? So you can get there via fasting. So you fast for a period of time, and this is just going to lower your glucose levels. So then your body's have to make that switch to that alternative fuel source. You can also do this via ketogenic diet. So I'll put this up here. So this is what a ketogenic diet typically looks like. It'll be in these sort of ranges. So as you can see, protein is medium to low. Fat is extremely high and carbs are extremely low. So by following this diet, you're eventually going to deplete your body of glucose, so then it's going to have to make that switch to ketone bodies. Sorry about that, I was rudely interrupted by someone trying to call me on FaceTime. Do they not know I'm trying to film one of the best videos on YouTube? Clearly not. Anyway, we so you have to switch from the glucose to ketones. So your body has three different macronutrients. I'll put them up here again. So you have protein, you have carbs, you have fats. So proteins and fats are both considered essential. So for protein, you have essential amino acids. So you have to get this via the diet. For fats, you have essential fatty acids. You also have to get this through the diet. But carbs, they're not essential. So this is why you can take them out of the diet without any real repercussions. But the body does need a certain amount of glucose per day. And because it is so clever, it can produce its own. So it can take other substrates, so such as stored protein or stored fats, and it can turn it into glucose. So this is via, you might want to write this down. So via gluconeogenesis, this is a fancy little term that you can use at your next dinner party to seem smart. But gluconeogenesis basically turns stored fat or stored protein or other substrates into glucose to be used. So why does the body actually need glucose? So there's certain parts of the body, for example, the nervous system, this runs exclusively off of glucose, so it can't use ketones. So your body does need a little bit of glucose, but it can make it itself. Okay, so what are the benefits? So one of the main benefits is mental clarity. So once you do take that switch from glucose to ketones, because ketones do supply the brain with fuel, some people feel better off of ketones, so they feel their cognition is better. Another one is reduced hunger. So because if you're eating carbohydrates, your blood sugar will be spiking all the time, and that can cause hunger. Once you're on a ketogenic diet, your blood sugar will be very steady. So this is going to reduce your hunger. So this is especially good if you are dieting. Possibly the biggest upside to the ketogenic diet is its help in people with epilepsy. So it has been shown to significantly reduce epileptic seizures. So that is amazing. Also, there's research showing that it can help with Alzheimer's. So Alzheimer's isn't completely understood, but it's believed that it's due to a glucose resistance within the brain. So if you can change that glucose fueling the brain to the ketones, then it has been shown to actually help with Alzheimer's. So that's also a massive plus. But as you can see, I'm not a doctor, so don't take this as medical advice. But there is a lot of research on these two, so I will leave some of the research in the description box below. So how do you know if you're in ketosis? So you can do it through three ways. You can get a breath monitor, you can get urine strips, or the best, most accurate way is a blood ketone monitor. So all you do is prick your finger and you put it into the little strip and it will analyze your blood for you. So this will measure the amount of beta hydroxybutyrate within the blood, and this is going to tell you how far into ketosis you are. So from 0.5 to 3 millimolars is a good range to be, so that's when you're going to know you're fully in ketosis. No, it's not. Sorry, that wasn't very helpful, but essentially no. As long as protein and calories are equated for, it doesn't matter if you have high carb, low carb, high fat, low fat, they're going to be the same. You're going to lose the same amount of weight. So as long as you get your protein right and your calories right, you gotta lose fat on both. So there is one way you can try the ketosis diet or the ketogenic diet without actually having to go no carbs, which is fantastic, and that is taking exogenous ketones. So you either take a ketone salt or a ketone ester, and this will chuck you into ketosis for a small amount of time so you can see how you feel on it. So it's good. I've done this before. I've taken some ketone salts. I find it's good. It helps me concentrate. I can focus a bit better, but it's a good way to give it a test. Just give it a test run to see if the keto diet is for you. So what are the downsides to the ketogenic diet? Well, first off is adherence. Adherence is number one. It's so hard to adhere to because carbs are everywhere. And let's face it, a lot of carbs are the best foods. Bread, can't have. Donuts, can't have. Spaghetti, can't have. Pizza, can't have. More bread, can't have. So trying to adhere to this diet is very hard. Also energy. So I've done this diet for 6 months. It was great. My cognition was really good. I felt like I could focus really well, but once I was in the gym, my performance was miles down. So because glucose is primary fuel source and that's what the body wants, my body runs a lot better off of glucose, and I had a lot better workouts. So you just gotta weigh it up, see how it is, maybe give it a try. Try the exogenous ketones first and just see how you feel. With all that said, I think that is a wrap on the ketogenic diet. If you do have any questions, just drop them in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.